All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
BEASTARS
Season 2, Episode 7.
Oh,
All
boy.
right.
Last episode, we got a marriage proposal.
Well, you learned that. I was just so casually, just like, oh, baka.
Just check the box of if you would yes for getting married and no for not getting married. Yeah.
Oh, it's just like... Oh, wow. They're so adorably awkward, and yet she's, of course, like, no, she's not gonna go, like, see someone else. No, she freaking loves you, dude.
All right.
Like, you freaking weirdo.
Baka.
Yeah.
Like,
But...
Yep.
But okay.
Pushing, you're pulling, yeah.
Legoshi is bumbling his way through so much right now. And
That's right.
It's wonderful. However, like, he's very much in a precarious situation in some spots. Yeah.
He apparently his bite strength really isn't that great.
No, it's gone.
It's gone.
He used to be strong boy.
You used to be strong boy, but as the price for that, trade deal, right?
Yeah,
Lose bite strength, but you get ultimate Zen. Meat having no hold over you, you burying the meat, researching it, knowing who they were, where they came from, what their story was. Yeah. All right, now just work on building up the strength.
Yeah, and we had something clarified for us that we apparently just kind of didn't really clue into because it's a little bit one of those things of where we've never seen it really in this story is what happens if two carnivores make out. And it's just that's why he mentioned Frenching, was that he didn't bite the guy's neck. He bit at his mouth, basically, in a French kissing kind of way.
Right.
Now, I'm sure the guy's gums and everything are all bloodied up, potentially. Right. But this is kind of that thing of where Legoshi's like, no, I don't want to ever kill anyone. I don't want to...
Sure,
because if you bit the guy's neck...
That's going for a kill.
That's gonna...
Whereas the going for the mouth, that's kind of like the snapping at the jaws, kind of a thing that animals will totally do when they're like fighting or whatever.
Sure.
Right?
And it will also...
It's the blocking,
Right, and it'll also kind of keep the other animal theoretically from being able to bite down on you.
Exactly.
Now, what's great about it, though, is it's also like the equivalent of when you're in the fight and some guy's about to kick your ass or has a knife and you just whip your dick out and you're just like, yeah, come at me. And then they're just like, oh my God, whatever. And then they just run away, So Legoshi basically just used his raw sexuality and made out with it. I'm memeing, of course. But that means that the wounds on
Pooh Bear
are probably not visible, because as long as he just goes
I just keep my lips over my teeth, and there you go. Right. But
I'm very ready for this tournament.
But theoretically, I'm going to bite your rope now.
And then you're like,
right. Yep.
So Legoshi might find out or just confirm that it might be the bear. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. All right, everyone, now be sure to go check out the reaction portion of the video in the description below, then come back here for the discussion.
Okay.
We just got the whole thing. Just hit us like a freight train. Good luck with that. Like, So, okay, Riz, the bear. Yes, it was the obvious answer. There's nothing complicated about it. No adult involved. No nothing. It's just there's the bear, and not only that, he very quickly got found out not just by Legoshi but Pina. Coming in.
Pina
following him like
MVP like crazy.
Yeah. Pina's a little bit invested in you, Legoshi, and he's like, I'm not gonna.
Someone get a trolley for Pina's massive balls, because, damn, like that.
I mean, Pina kind of has a little bit of a death wish. He's got a little bit of a. I love to dance with the devil in the pale moonlight.
I love to be in the moment where I could die at any second, but at the same time, he knows how to handle things. He's like, hey, I know.
You're sizing me up.
Yeah,
thinking about how you'll kill me,
and I know that you ate Tim. But that's okay. I'm not going to tell anybody.
I don't care.
I don't care, right? Which is like, you don't care that, okay.
No,
but then also the whole idea of, by the way, no, you really can't afford to kill either of us because if a second person is devoured from the drama club, that will kind of, be a problem.
And it was so funny that this was timed before the declaration that the carnivores and the herbivores are going to be split up in the next year, but also the drama club is going to be specifically dissolved because we just had an incident at the drama club with a carnivore that had nothing. That was not you. It had nothing to do with you. So this is now triply difficult for you to do anything about this, Reese. Yeah. And I absolutely love what they did with him here. Like, the backstory.
Yeah. That was so good.
The revelation
and like
muscle relaxants.
I was actually a little bit kind of disappointed up until now with how they were handling the bear, because it's like, okay, the bear, I'm almost positive, is the killer, right?
Yeah.
But there's got to be something more to that, right? Because
we started coming up with weird theories. Like, I was thinking that there had to be an adult involved or something.
Because it seemed like they were... Like, the thing that we predicted back in at the end of season 1 is that, okay, it's the bear and there's some kind of, it was an accident, I didn't mean to do it. Yeah, exactly. Just something that happened and, oh my God, what do I do?
And I think we even predicted that they were probably friends hanging out at night.
Right, and then just instincts at one point,
Something went wrong because of the drugs being something that was either taken or not taken because they either ran out or just whatever. And, And then with the way that the show was going, it seemed like it was taking it in a no. It's actually a lot more like simple, kind of like straightforward, carnivore, hungry, eats herbivore, right? But I'm so glad it's not that. So much better than we could have thought.
It's not that, right? Because the way it was presented and everything was excellent. Because one, it recontextualizes things from the beginning of season 1, but in other situations I might mind that. Right? Because then it's like, it feels sort of like retroactive storytelling or whatever. But in this situation, no. I love it. Because what is this show but a show about people of different worlds and people of different perspectives, right? From the situation of Tem in that moment, all of a sudden he's terrified. We went to the same class together. What's going on? That we don't see all the other stuff. Right? Of, oh, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I care about you, And then, embrace, and then all of a sudden, wait, why is this blood everywhere? Wait, oh shit, what did I do? And then the fact that then he continues to eat because it's too late. I already killed him. And I wasn't able to even fully fight back my instincts then when he was okay. So now I'm definitely not going to be able to now that the damage has already been done and it's free food,
Yeah.
But then also the crying, sobbing as it's happening, tears streaming down the face of this taste is my adolescence. The idea that this is something that is so traumatic, so horrible, like this is the ultimate kind of lesson for me about myself, right? Because the idea that he's like, hey, no, I've been doing good. I don't need the honey so much anymore, and I don't think I even need the pills, right? And while it wasn't something, Tim started to freak out a little bit because he's like, wait a minute, I'm instincts. I'm here at night with the carnivore, and he stopped taking these things that society basically deemed to be necessary in order to keep him in check, and we're alone. I'm a little worried. And then all of a sudden, all
it took was really just the scent probably of the blood, because what I'm guessing happened is that the muscle relaxants aren't suppressing his instincts to eat meat, but in general it's letting him have less opportunities to hurt people with his overwhelming strength.
Right.
Therefore, he probably doesn't have a lot of experience smelling the blood of herbivores.
Sure. Well,
and then at that moment when he's close and his emotions are running high and the guy's holding him and he surrenders just to the moment of, yes, you're my friend. I love you. Thank you so much.
Maybe he just squeezes a little bit too hard. Like,
who knows?
There's
it's so beautifully presented.
It feels kind of similar to if any of you have seen the movie Pumping Iron. It's like an Arnold documentary.
Gotcha.
When he's all like nipples pointed straight towards the ground because he's all like yoked and everything. And there's a point where he talks about the post-workout high, and he likens it to orgasm. Right, and he's like, it's amazing, it's the best thing ever, right? And I'm always coming, the parallels and the strong like connections that have been made in the show up till now with the kind of instinctual side of sex and the desire to procreate with the desire to consume.
Yeah.
It feels like it's this very similar thing where in theory he's like, I'll be stronger, but that's fine. If I'm just a bit stronger, that's okay. But then all of a sudden it's I feel really good. You know, like I feel great.
His countenance is different, and that's something that
set Tem off, right? He's like
Tem off. He's like,
this feels hold
you
on.
Look different.
You look different, you carry yourself different. There's maybe a slightly different look in your eye. And even when he was running after Tem, you know, Tem, wait. It was probably in that mode, kind of like where Legoshi was.
Let's talk about this.
Yeah, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
But subconsciously, there's that bit of him that's like, this feels good. I'm chasing. I'm chasing.
Right.
You know, right?
Yeah.
It's that whole thing where Legoshi at the end of season 1, when he goes to bite the neck, he's like, you know, how does my prey? And then he's like, oh shit, right?
Yeah.
But by the time he realized,
it's too late.
It's too late.
Yeah. God, I love the reveal of what the drugs were, though. So
muscle atrophy.
So let's talk about this, because muscle relaxants in general, that's like a milder version of what I'm assuming we're taking here. But muscle atrophy. So what that's basically saying, is that, you know, bears of this size are so strong, and I love that they're bringing this up, because
you
bears
don't mess
are
with bears.
Ridiculously strong. Is that there's really no contest as to why Bill would have thought that in the biting tournament thing he wanted to set up, that he had any
slightest
chance.
He would pull Bill off his feet, like even though he was sitting down.
But because maybe this is a thing that some carnivores maybe know a little bit about by proxy, or he's just seen Bill's strength with regards to maybe bite, and he's like, no, it'll be a fair fight.
And
it'll be a decent shot.
I kind of want to test myself out, give it a shot, you know.
But I love that it's just a subtle little thing that maybe a lot of people kind of can guess with, is that every carnivore probably has their own specific thing that they have to adapt to based on the society that they're in.
Sure.
And for tigers, maybe it's one thing, wolves, it's another. But for bears, it's no, you guys are so strong that we need your muscles to atrophy. Atrophy means basically deteriorate. And after inactivity.
Right. That makes me think that it's the kind of thing where they are taking a pill that is some kind of thing that will basically just start dissolving their muscles,
just actively they consume their muscles, maybe.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Right. It just starts keeps them in a state of being broken down, so that way, you know,
they're utilizing all their energy to keep their muscles maybe slightly.
It's a limiter, you know. Yeah.
And I love the Winnie the Pooh connection with that. It's honey that is needed to stave off the side effects, which I'm guessing the side effects are primarily just the aching, body reacting in a negative way to the idea that it's being attacked.
Right. Perpetually. In addition to the whole fighting your carnivore instincts and all that stuff.
So we get the gentle giant here. We get our gentle giant, and he is truly one that is looked at in a very kind of gentle way. Yep. I love the little bit with the two herbivores being like, "Oh, like you're so fun to look at.
You
crack the nuts for us." Like, don't take advantage of his kindness. And he's just like, "Oh, yeah,
sure."
That kind of interaction to him is wholesome.
Right.
It's the best thing he's ever gotten, probably.
Yeah, he's Lenny.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So then we get Tem, who is the next step up. He doesn't say you're like cute and relaxing to look at or anything like that. He's like, ooh, you're scary. I like it.
Right.
And he's just like, wait, what?
And he's like, sorry, that came out wrong. You know, but it's a similar thing to when Legoshi was like,
yes,
hold on. That was the first time I was treated as a male.
Right. Yes.
I like it. That feels good. That's a part of me that I haven't addressed or allowed to really live free.
Right.
And all of a sudden,
I'm getting positive reinforcement.
Positive reinforcement for my strength.
Never got that.
That's right. I'm a bear. I'm big and strong.
Guy, yeah.
I'm big and strong. I want to be accepted for that. You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
There are good things that I can do. I can crack nuts for people, and you know. Oh, I cracked something I wasn't supposed to.
Yeah. I can't imagine the psychological torture that is basically going through his life, but I loved the way that when he was in his room, panicking at night, and he's like, no, Pina, I had restless nights long before you said that. This is nothing new. If anything, it's just exacerbating it to where his super durable pillow that he bought specifically to be not terrible by clawing.
By bear claw.
He tears, and his buddy, his roommate is just like, hey, is it getting really bad?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like
right.
I'm here
also,
for you.
Something
you know?
I want to point out. His roommate was a bear.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's intentional.
Oh, no. Yeah. But Legoshi has a bunch of canine roommates, right?
Sure.
Makes sense, right?
Sure. Yeah.
But this makes me wonder if there's already kind of like for bears specifically, we kind of maybe do a little bit of extra segregation, right?
Yeah, but it's not like he's not allowed to go to the school or anything.
No. Yeah. But like, oh yeah, we'll keep you with people of your own kind. You'll like that, right?
Right. But that's also, I would say, a little bit short-sighted because he's a little bit more of a gray bear, and the other guy's actually like really brown bear. So
although
there's different
they do
species
call him
of
a
bears.
brown bear.
I know. But I'm saying they look different enough in that there are multiple breeds of dog.
Totally, yeah.
But they're all dogs still.
Right. Well, and I'm not saying that it has to be that or anything. You know, that was just a connection point that I saw where I was like, I'm curious, right?
Yeah.
Because there were examples of situations where he had things that he had to deal with that other carnivores, even the big carnivores like Bill or Legoshi, had no grid for. They didn't have to deal with that, right?
Yeah.
Because he's a bear.
Yeah, I got you. I'm just saying that the difference between bear species can be so dramatic that they don't do this for bears that are under 2 meters.
Right, exactly.
So
a regular old black bear maybe, might be totally
not
fine.
have to deal with this. But a polar bear or a big brown bear, big Kodiak, But that's where I'm saying that there is in some ways already that segregation, though, within the idea of them being dogs, is that they're all basically in the same class of capabilities in terms of physicality.
Right.
Legoshi is definitely in the upper echelons of strength with regards to that.
And in a lot of ways that kind of makes sense, right? If you have a bunch of people that have really sensitive noses, really sensitive ears and stuff, you might want to have them all be in the same place. That way their sensitivities are kind of
in tune,
right?
Yeah.
And that way you don't have the one person, you don't put the dog with the skunk, right? That seems like it would just be torturous, right?
Right.
But so you put the canines together, you put the bears together. They can have their big fridge full of honey.
Yeah, I just feel like that was something that it had to be that because other than the herbivores, we've only really seen carnivores with their same kind of subspecies of carnivore as roommates. And that was the other thing, is that while they're humanoid-esque, bears in general range dramatically in size and strength.
Yes.
So I could very easily see it being a thing of where...
And it's not...
just saying that just because it's another bear there doesn't mean they're the same size as him or that they're,
Right.
Yeah.
And it's maybe just more noticeable / apparent because bear is not as big of a group as canine,
very much
people
so,
of the dog family, right?
Canine family is massive,
right?
So many permutations of species.
You could theoretically, even though you probably wouldn't, you could have had a Chihuahua in the same room as Legoshi,
right.
That could happen.
True.
But man,
okay. So Pina kind of leveled in with them and gave a little bit of an ultimatum of I'm not going to do anything about this.
Yeah.
But just don't touch me because that will happen. The police will get involved.
Yep.
But it's already too late for that. The school got involved because of the incident with the anteater
getting
boy.
ripped off.
Because his arm got ripped off.
Kind of a problem.
As a way to have this be so viscerally brought up. And also to have Reese be the one to pick up the arm.
Yeah.
In a way that felt like he was like, I kind of want to be alone with Legoshi for a second here because I can tell that he's on my case.
Me, yeah.
But also the idea that there have been no devourings in the last 9 months from Reese. He is comfortable picking up a bloody, severed arm.
Well,
in no way, shape, or manner did his instincts get riled up because of that. What is he doing to himself in these last 9 months?
He's taking his medication now. That's what I think.
Yeah.
But also there's the idea that a carnivore accidentally ripped off the arm of a friend. No, I know what that's like.
Yeah.
I know where that can go. Yeah. I'm gonna be the one to help pick up the arm and take it there so it can be fixed. Which I love because it's such a contradiction with also I'm going to devour you literally right outside the nurse's office. Yeah. Like that's like.
But that was because Legoshi kind of
confronted him, right? And then he's desperate, right? It's the oh shit, I'm okay. What I've always been kind of afraid of is coming to pass. I need to fix this in whatever way I can, even if it gets all kinds of messy, you know.
Yeah. Oh, it's just the idea though that Legoshi would actually just confront him on a one-on-one dynamic.
I mean,
shows how dumb Legoshi can be, like at
dumb,
times.
But at the same time, if I were
fearless.
If I was to confront someone in a situation similar to that, I would probably want to do it in a similar-ish circumstance where it's during the day, in a building, with other people nearby, like within earshot, but not privy to the conversation.
So that way, can not immediately ruin this guy's life, basically.
Right, exactly. So it's the, hey, I'm definitely putting you on the spot because I'm telling you that I know, but this conversation is just between the two of us.
Yeah.
But don't escalate it because it won't stay between the two of us if that happens. You know,
I would have gone a little bit further and grabbed another person and been like, hey, we've got a carnivore situation in the drama club.
Yeah, someone you trust and be like,
my best boy. Why didn't you tell Jack?
Yeah.
Like, Jack is the perfect person for this kind of thing. Jack would keep a level head. He would listen to Legoshi. He would be that third party to be like, it's okay.
Sure.
It's okay.
Or even just say, hey, Jack, I'm going to go confront them. If anything happens to me, tell people or whatever. I want to keep you safe. And then when you go to talk with Reese, just say, I've already told someone. They'll keep it a secret, but they will tell other people if something happens to me. So let's keep this civil.
Even this is just me. Like this is the kind of smart kind of thing that I would do because I'm more scared, probably.
Sure. Yeah.
But is that I would basically have a letter written in. And I'm like, this is the name of the person that's the devourer.
Oh yeah. So they don't even know. Yeah.
If I don't come back, like if I'm dead, you can open this up. And you'll know who it is, and you can do whatever you want with that then.
Yeah.
But, okay, the thing I also really wanted to talk about, though, is the very cool interaction between Els and Bill.
Yeah.
Els and Bill had a very cool interaction regarding the idea of, well, the drama club's getting broken up. But Bill tries to put on, like, a good face for it, and Els is like, whoa, you coward.
Where's Bill?
Yeah, where are you? The one who is both willing and in some ways
who's proud to a fault of being a carnivore.
Yeah, casually flaunting about some aspects of your the personality that aren't as pretty, if you will.
Right.
And then also trying to guard and protect and do your best to be a helpful carnivore in this dynamic. Right. And the little flashbacks along the side paneling of showing the ways in which Bill has both been like really helpful as a carnivore to everyone, and also not as helpful, and her calling him out on this and like bringing up all of her like frustration with this. I mean, okay,
all right,
okay, and I really like this,
and I love it because the thing that she said of that's why clubs are important because that's where we actually get to have it be
we
complicated.
Get to understand each other.
Right. It's not just the simplistic, carnivores, herbivores, right? Yeah. We get to see the good and the bad, right? All in the same package. That's important.
Right.
Yeah.
That was kind of what that was kind of what Louis championed, and in some ways Els is like, did you forget?
Right. He hasn't been gone that long, has he?
Right, exactly.
Right? Like and it's great because we know how much Bill looked up to Louis.
Yes, right? So much so.
We know how the kind of pressure that he was under where it's like, I have to walk in his footsteps.
In his shadow.
That guy. I can't do that.
That guy's unstoppable.
Right, exactly. And yet the part where he's like, I can't say anything here. No. Am I even allowed to have an opinion?
Jeez.
God. Like, when that's the case, like when that actually gets to the point where that causes people to keep quiet, that there's a very serious problem.
Very serious problem.
Because that's why communication is wonderful. The communication is what allows this society to actually exist, rather than it just being going back to the jungle and devourings everywhere. Right?
Yeah. It's like, oh, there's a breakdown in communication. Well, I guess we're eating each other then, or I guess we're fighting then.
Yeah. You have to keep that going.
You have to keep that going, even if it's messy, even if it's actually like, not being handled that well.
Sure, even if society is basically saying, no, we want to stop that, right? And I'm very curious to see how that'll go moving forward, because that's a great opportunity for a B-star to pop up, especially if Legoshi ends up either saying who did it, or even crazier, if it is discovered that he knows who did it, and yet he's not saying anything, right? Like I don't know, but then the whole thing of it seems like the drama club is pretty unanimous of, all right, so we're going to try and keep this going, right?
Now, what happens if the higher ups reveal to the students, because of this incident, that if any of them know
you'll be the next B-star,
you will have a serious shot at being the next B-star.
You know what I would love?
What?
Is that someone from like higher up, like I don't know, whoever would represent that, comes in and basically says that to the drama club, because maybe they start to figure out that maybe it's someone in the drama club. No, they wouldn't know that, otherwise they'd figure it out completely. But and they say that, and then everyone just sort of like doesn't say anything.
Doesn't say anything.
That'd be
really cool. That'd be really cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Because.
Yeah. But okay. I feel like at this point now we're due a Hexai interaction.
Yes.
Though.
Yes.
Because Legoshi had a really close shave there.
And if anyone,
that is pun intended.
Yeah. And if anyone could actually fight a bear, it would be a giant
supersized snake.
It'd be a giant boa constrictor.
Now, like in some ways,
he's a rattler snake, but he's the size of a boa.
In some ways, the awkwardness of that is that, the bear just needs to go at his back, and it's kind of theoretically over.
It's the crocodile versus the snake. Bears are a lot stronger than crocodiles.
I want to bring up that Hexai is not that one that has the great threat potential here. If it comes down to any kind of a fight, it's actually just Louis and his gang. All Legoshi needs to do is just bring this outside the school.
Oh shit!
Louis just has guns. Who cares about what kind of strength you have in your bite or your claws? Pop.
Yeah.
Like there's some really cool things.
Bears can take a lot of bullets if you don't shoot them in the right place. But
these are humanoids.
These are humanoid. Yeah. So you don't have the ridiculous amounts of blubber
shield
and fur
and stuff.
Yeah.
I really want Louis and Legoshi to partner up at some point again in the story, and I really feel like something where Louis maybe steps back in to the fold of things, or Legoshi leaves the fold of things in order to shift up, whether or not the end-all be-all has to be what the school decides or what have you. And that's where at least either Legoshi or Louis can kind of step into their roles that they're going towards a little bit more. Especially, though, if things get a lot more draconian at the school. And
we've seen how, throughout all this, Legoshi he has his reputation, right? The fact that the anteater was like, no carnivores, right?
I'm okay with it.
You know what? Maybe Legoshi. All right, I'm okay with Legoshi.
Yeah, that was a really, really sweet moment, because it's something where they've spent a bit of time with Legoshi.
Yeah.
But I think what they really notice is that they spent time with old Legoshi, and they've been spending time with new Legoshi.
Sure.
New Legoshi is very different. He's a lot less scary.
In the same way that Tem was able to tell the way that Reese was carrying himself differently, the rest of them can tell that Legoshi is carrying himself differently.
Much more, a lot.
Yeah.
But okay. What a crazy emotional episode,
this
though.
Hurt.
Yeah, this hurt a lot.
So bad. Like, the last thing I'll say, and this is kind of like maybe an odd comment, right?
Okay.
But at the part when Reese then starts actually eating Tim after he realizes I've already kind of started, Tim is dead, right?
Yeah.
It gave me the sense of a picture of like a dog eating its own vomit. Where it's with the tears streaming down his face. He knows what he's done. He despises that he is doing this, right? And yet he does it, right? As far as ways to show a character being broken, right? For all your strength, Reese, this is where you're helpless. BEASTARS and its about face on characters, and my perspectives and opinions on them. Man.
God. Okay. But yeah, we know him as a full-fledged character now.
Yep.
So he's in the story. For real now. So, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there. And all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
Stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.